God.
If you spit my mouth right now, you gonna have to leave this home and me right though.
And basically what happened was, back when I was 17 years old, I got involved with a consensual friendship with someone. It was one of those types of situations, and then, you know, after a while, she came up and she told me she was pregnant. You know, I stepped up and said, okay, I'll be a father, you know, to the child.
A woman's lie is like, it's your baby.
Is that?
This is your baby, okay? He's just light-skinned.
But I don't care what this baby's name is. This baby is rice-skinned, but not light-skinned. That is a white child. That is Caucasian from the mountains of Caucasus. That is a Slavic baby, a Viking from Iceland. That's a good. That baby got 730 as a credit rating right now as an infant.
Smooth operator, Big Sarge is a true gentleman.
Yo!
Every move he makes, he's got constant streets on lock.
Yo, fams, what is happening? Listen, I am BigSargeTheGentleman, Mr. O.M.G. That stands for the older military gentleman. Tell a friend to tell a friend, the gentleman is back at it again. Smash that subscribe button. You see the title, you see the thumbnail. Gentlemen, come here. Let me tell you something. Stop idolizing these celebrities. I want to make sure that we're very clear on what I mean by this. Now listen, we can use them as learning lessons, or you can be unwise and do the same things that they do. So real quick, we're going to take a look at Mr. Finesse 2x2. Sorry, y'all, I'm a little bit older. I've covered him in other videos. But however, let's see what's going on with him in his life and his drama and his baby mamas. Look at that, I could have been a rapper. Where my check at? Where my deal at? Stop playing with me around here. This video comes from my fam and them, Grover and them at the Tip Network. Make sure y'all go subscribe and like his and their channel. All right, listen. With nothing else left to say.
Nashville, they have passed or about to pass a law where women cannot just put people's name on birth certificates no more.
Well, thank
In
God.
order for the father to be proven, you have to have a DNA test.
Now that's a good thing, gentlemen. Pay attention.
All these are gonna have to have vaginal proof of purchase from now on. And I'm sure there's a lot of you who are proud to be those who have destroyed lives because you feel like your life is bad. You want to try to mess somebody else's life up. Listen, now that you're gonna have to prove who the father is before you can claim the father. I think they should add penalties for if you have two guys test and both of them ain't the guy.
Now that's funny right there. We'll call it the Maury penalty.
You can't get no help with your baby. You ain't your baby. Ain't. A lot of y'all, boy, that is like a bag of Doritos at a party. Everybody.
And they never talk about those bras. I used to hate seeing that on those shows when they let the.
But if you don't know who your child's father is, you and your child should be poor and struggling, and life should go bad for you.
Poor kid.
That's terrible right there.
If you don't know who the child's father is, that vagina is toxic and toxicities are coming out of it. We should not support toxicities. There's a lot.
You almost sound like Bill Cosby in the pudding commercial.
A lot of girls, you think they really don't know who their baby daddy is. They slept with so many people.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You should get 2 tries. If you don't know about a second try, get your game of life.
God.
Get out of civilization. Raise your baby in the woods so you can learn how to hunt.
Then again, as the ladies say, they like the bear, so I can see this possibility being a real thing.
If you don't know who your child father is after the second try, she tried to destroy you.
All social media, that's what I meant when I said I didn't know, because I didn't know. I know what I did with that person. And I knew that in my mind, I'm like, okay, so this Rick baby, I'm not.
Gentlemen, like I said, this is the part where I need y'all to really grab and when you hear a woman is having your baby, it's okay to say, I need a DNA test. It's not the fact that you quote unquote don't believe her. It's just the fact that you need to make sure with 100% or 99.9% that this is going to be your little person that you're raising, not somebody else's.
I'm not down that in my mind because I know what happened with, you know, the other person I was dealing with.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
I speak very fluent hood right.
They gonna fan the side. That's what I'm talking about.
So, yeah, it's like, so anyway, that's what I meant when I said I didn't know when he.
So I told my mama that. So my mama was like, why don't you just go and do a test? I was like, I don't know, because I feel bad, because I feel like I'm the daddy. Like,
I feel bad because I feel like I'm the daddy. What kind of messed up, unfather-like, being able to grab your manhood and say, you know what, we're going to do a DNA test because you had a baby, I had a baby, I got a lot of money, and I'm pretty sure you're trying to extract some of this money. Stop following celebrities.
I feel like I feel bad. Like, you know, I want it to be mine. It'll be devastating. So she was like, well,
see, and here's the funny part. I know y'all gonna be like, Sarge, stop pausing this so much. Calm down. Did you just hear what he said? He wanted to be the dad. This is where a lot of you gentlemen get mixed up. So many of y'all want to be fathers, but you guys are being fathers to kids that are not yours. Let me commend you guys. Congratulations on wanting to be fathers. But make sure you're a father to a kid who shares your genetic DNA code. So then that way you're raising the next generation to greatness.
You gotta find out. So I'm like, all right, well.
When he texted me, when he texted me the DNA test, he texted me that before his mama went live. I mean, before his mama posted that and did all that, he had already sent it to me. So that's when I texted and I was just like, damn, like.
Listen, this is some old mama's going live. Okay, come on, man. Where's Big Mama at? That's right, Big Mama doesn't exist anymore.
I didn't know, because I really didn't. I didn't name my baby after you thinking that this is your, you know, I didn't do all of that stuff thinking that this wasn't your baby.
Paying a payment off. All of these bitches ain't shit, but they stay pregnant.
Stupid. Let just be, see, that's the thing, y'all don't want to feel shame, so y'all rather just say who y'all, you know, the father is this, or you don't know who the father is or whatever. Y'all rather just be quiet and let it go under the rug, whatever, you don't want to talk about it. But how about, why don't just snitch on yourself?
How he supposedly got 2 girls pregnant at the same time. It was a gag. So 2-time confronts Nia, and then Nia's like, oh, I didn't know, this, that, and the third.
I swear, this is like days of our life. Y'all be so caught up in these dramas. Y'all know everything from start to beginning.
And then I see the picture of the baby. Girl, gotta be an exact match. You feel me? It don't gotta be an exact match. But some things aren't lining up.
So I was reading that this young man slumped over and died right after reading the DNA results that the son that he's been taking care of for all this long does not belong to him. This was after he caught his wife cheating on him with a younger man through Snapchat video.
You do.
That's shameful. Because once again, these guys really want to be fathers, and this is how they get treated. Okay.
Because I did it for one of my other babies before. I did it for Vanessa, and it came back mine. So I'm like, Mom, you do it. I don't even want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because I'm already transitioning and, you know what I'm saying, a man coming from my old ways and shit when I was young. But anyway.
Mom, you do it. Come on, fam. Fam, this is your baby. Stop relying on your mama to do your stuff. This is manhood. If you put penis in vagina and sperm comes out and you get someone potentially pregnant, I need you to be able to have the manhood enough to say, let me go ahead and make sure and see if this is my kid or not. Don't push this off on your mama. This is for you.
That was so running the street finesse 2 times. That's not your baby. That's what you get.
And in other news.
Is she excited that it's not his baby? Because I don't know if you know it. If it's not his baby, he doesn't have to worry about child support. Okay, I guess this is how we doing it nowadays. All right.
Are all your children yours? Working with a guy now, father of 4, discovered his youngest child is not his.
So Mon Deuce take care of the business. She swabbed the baby, swabbed herself. She sent it. So boom, when the test come back, I tell the nigga, bitch.
2 guys call in. They work at DNA testing centers.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. I don't know what he said except for his mom swabbed the baby.
One guy had to quit. One guy still works there. He told me 40% of the children are not the man's child. 40%. 40%. He said 40%.
Somebody call Maury.
It's usually
make DNA testing
it's too
mandatory.
HB 2699 that did remove a 5-year statute of limitations to challenge and acknowledgement of paternity on the basis of fraud. So basically, they clearing up the fraud.
That's crazy because there's so much fraud running rampant that they had to enact a law.
They need to clean these hoes up. These hoes have tainted the world out here, opening up like a Venus flytrap.
Yeah.
Look at bitch could be punished for lying. Goddammit, almost every bitch in Tennessee will be in jail.
It's where the woman.
My Chicago people go so hard in the paint. I swear, Corey, listen. My Chicago folks. That's all I'm gonna say. My Chicago folks. No, my Chicago peoples. Cause listen, you gotta watch out how you say peoples and folks. Where I'm from. My Chicago fam. There we go. That's better.
The person's getting a DNA test because the woman claims that is their child. Turns out it's not. The other one is where the parent is on a deathbed and makes a confession. Or they need they need a liver transplant, blood transfusion, and the blood type, there's no way that can actually be the father. So then they find out that because of medical reasons, you mean that's not my father? Then the father finds out from that way. He said it took such a toll on him.
Just imagine you've been raising a kid for all these years, and this kid that's yours, that you think is yours, really needs your help. And you're there to give almost anything within your body to make sure that your kid has the ability to live. And you come to find out that it's not even your kid. And you can't help him because you're not related.
That he could no longer do it because he would be sitting on the phone counseling the men and the grown children.
And basically what happened was, back when I was 17 years old, I got involved with a consensual friendship with someone. It was one of those types of situations. And then, after a while, she came up and she told me she was pregnant.
You see how Mr. Chestnut, this is how you know you be coming of age. Morris Chestnut didn't say, listen, I had a jump off, I had a little thing I was hitting, I had a situationship. No. He showed class. He said, listen, it was a friend, it was consensual, and this is what we did. Gentlemen, listen, there are different stages in your life, and there's different ways when you talk and when you speak about certain situations and circumstances. Take a note from Mr. Chestnut's playbook.
I stepped up and said, okay, I'll be a father, to the child.
Oh, no, not that part. Oh, okay, not that part of it, but just the speaking aspect of it.
But he says that I left after Boyz in the Hood came out. Then I just all of a sudden up and left and got another family. But that's not what happened. Basically what happened was she put the baby on me. And then all of a sudden...
Put the baby on me.
I did get Boyz in the Hood and the movie came out. But this time that we broke up, instead of it just being a regular breakup, I'm getting hit with a paternity suit.
Yeah, trap.
Yeah, now
Paternity trap, suites. Oh my gosh, the lawyers getting involved, the whole nine.
Movie style. Yeah, exactly. So now she's hit me with a suit. Her and her mother lawyered up or whatever, and then I had to do the same thing, and it came out that I was not the father of the child.
See, just would have played your role correctly. You could have had this man for 18 to 21 years. Until he figured out that, hey, maybe I should be smart enough to go ahead and get a DNA test on this kid. See, you ran for the easy money. And now you just have no money.
They finna start coming at hoes for lying about who the daddy is.
It's about time. That's
Your put gonna get you locked up finally instead of rewarded.
My Chicago fam.
You will be discarded in the prisons of hell, you scandalous skanks.
Bill Cosby, okay, hitting with the bill.
That's gonna be a happy day when bitch go to jail for lying about who the daddy is.
I'll be there. I want to be on that jury.
What if they start getting gas chamber? I'll be all my days off. I'm gonna be sitting there with popcorn.
Make sure you put that baby in there with her. That's
No, leave the baby.
Come on, man. Y'all be doing too much. Stop. We ain't putting no kids in there now.
Be out of it. It can be adopted.
Greetings, you polite savages, and welcome to another Tip Talk.
Okay, you know, fam, getting ready to come through and drop some gems. Pay attention, fams.
Want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Ladies, gentlemen, and polite savages, we are now about to embark on a journey sure to anger feminists and modern women alike. The only thing we can do is guarantee to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. So there's nothing else left to do but get on into it. Are you ready? Let's go. Fraternity fraud is something that will cross every man's mind at one point in his lifetime, whether it's your friends, your family members, or even yourself. And women never really think about this because one thing that is guaranteed that if a woman has a child, she will be related to them.
That's true. Mama's baby, Papa's maybe.
They never thought of the possibility of living your life in a house and being the only person related to yourself in a house.
That's insane. Only person that's related to yourself in a house.
Because if a woman is having children from different men and shackling you with that responsibility, then guess what? You're fighting a battle all by yourself. Because she's never ever going to have a deeper connection with you than her children. And if she didn't respect you enough to not cheat on you, if she didn't respect you enough to let you know that there was a possibility that that child wasn't yours, well, how do you think she's gonna treat you?
I'm like, listen, I seen her say nothing. I ain't put nothing on no social media. I ain't do none of it.
See, now that's good. You're not putting your business all on social media like that. That's some gentlemanly stuff right there.
Putting her no, I tell her, I said, all right, look, this is what it is. Like, this a grandmother and a grandchild paternity test. Like, so a DNA test. Like, so this is not like a father and daughter. Like, they just saying it's trying to see is they related in any kind of way. It's saying on this paper that they not related.
You know, it almost sounds as if though he's trying to give her an out. As far as saying, hey man, listen, I'm just letting you know I didn't do it, but my mama did it. But we don't share DNA, so if the baby's not related to my mama, the baby can be related to me. Okay, Mr. Two Times, I hear you, Mr. Two Times.
So
first child, Mr. Willis, you are not. That's what I figured. No, oh, that's no, that's. Hey,
listen, I'm not gonna lie. Come on, man. We too old at this stage right here. At this stage right here, you go ahead and just lick your wounds and your losses, and you keep it moving. You've already raised kids. You got grandkids and everything.
That's wrong. That's wrong. Second child. That's got to be. It's a mistake. Mr. Willis, you are not the father. You are reading someone else's file. This can't be true. I have a mailman and a plumber. Child 3, Mr. Willis. I pray and I hope. But you are not the father. Oh my God!
And don't.
Now we're not supposed to laugh at this, but these are two old people. At this age right here, if you DNA testing, either you trying to leave or you trying to get something up out of it because the kids are already grown, the grandkids are probably grown, you probably on your deathbed. If you had any ideas that those kids wasn't yours, you waited way too long because you're too far invested. You got to see this to the end. You're going to be like, Sarge, what do you mean? No, listen. You have to see this to the end. Sarge, what are you doing? Too late, man. Come on. Stop. That's all I can tell you. Stop.
On a stack of Bibles. Start speaking in tongues. She'll start having out-of-body experiences so upset that you had the audacity, the timidity to question her resolve and her dedication to the situation. But when it really comes down to it, when someone's going through all of these problems not to prove something, you know they have something to hide, not something to prove. You dig?
We dig.
So who?
I don't understand. I really don't understand.
So it's not your ex's, it's not his.
It was no one else. It was no one else.
Had to be.
It was no one else.
It has to be somebody else.
That's crazy. I mean, now don't get me wrong. Can mix-ups happen and laugh? Absolutely. Absolutely. But if we do this 2-3 times and we get these tests over again and again and again, and it still shows the fact that you are not the father, stop it. Just be completely honest and say, listen, you're right. You got me. You got me. You caught me. It's somebody else's. It's not yours. I don't know whose it is. I was having, what they say, a H season with a OE. I was having one of those seasons, and I don't know. One night, it just happened. Okay.
Gotta be somebody.
It has to be one other person at least. Obviously, you have some thinking to do.
That's crazy when the judge tells you have some thinking to do about who you let inside your body.
Because there is at least one other man that could potentially be your child's father. If you're saying you have no idea.
The truth is that all of us will feel vulnerable at one time or another seeing a child being born. And you can never ask.
I'm not gonna lie, that is the greatest thing that you will ever see as a man. I don't care what anyone tells you. When you're there and you see this baby that you think is yours being pulled out of a living human being, and you hear its first cry, and you look at it, and in your mind you already process, this is my living legacy. This is my DNA. I'm going to be the greatest father in the world for this kid. You're right. You are at your most vulnerable state because you know whatever you do from this day forth has potential to help this kid to be something great, or you have the potential to damage this kid as a father.
And no matter how rich and famous you are not immune to the chicanery. You can fall victim and fall prey to an unscrupulous woman who was sleeping with multiple men at the same time, but because you are the best option will try to shackle you with the child. And they always have the same thing that they say when the child is born. I did not know.
That's funny. I didn't know that this baby was not yours, even though I was sleeping with this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. But yes, congratulations. You are definitely the best option because you're going to be the most responsible one. Gentlemen, pay attention.
But you knew it was a possibility, and you refused to go squash the entire issue by just going and getting that test because you refuse to understand that putting a passing of a genetic material on the wrong person, ma'am, this is fraud.
Correct. That is fraud. You should not be putting babies on people who the baby doesn't belong to. Allow that other man that ability to raise his kid because evidently he put this genetic material inside you and you carried it to term. So congratulations. Tell that man and say, hey man, listen, this is yours and you have the ultimate responsibility in raising this little person.
Point blank, period. And not knowing and ignorance of the situation is absolutely no excuse because you knew that you were dealing with multiple men at one time. And ma'am, now you must pay the piper.
After a lot of spit, more than you'd suspect, and the click of a mouse, I found out the truth. My dad was not actually my biological dad.
All right, gentlemen, pay attention. Pay attention.
And just like that, he became a part of the 1 to 3% of men who think that they're the father of their child.
Now we know that number's off.
But they're actually not.
You see, when a system actually works for someone, they never want to change it. So ladies are never going to say mandatory paternity test or anything of that nature because it works for them. It's that simple. You see, if it didn't work for them, they would be screaming at the top of their lungs, like a lot of ladies do about the patriarchy or income inequality. They would be talking about it ad nauseum, over and over and over again. You would never hear the end of it, but since it's something that benefits them, silence.
Woman's lie is like, it's your baby.
Now that's funny. Okay, so you've seen the video. The question is, are you getting ready to get yourself trapped also? Or do you actually believe in DNA testing? Are you going to look at your significant other, whether it be your wife, your girlfriend, a young lady you're having relations with, and look at her and say, you know what, listen, as much as I love you, like you, or don't know you, I need a DNA test. Can you stand strong in your convictions? Listen, if not, you'll do as anyone else that we just seen in the video. Congratulations to 18 to 21 years of financial support for a kid that's possibly not yours. Listen, it's 2024 and we'll be single no more. And with that one right there, ladies and gents, have a great night. Until the next time, Big Sarge the Gentleman, I'm out here. Peace, peace, and peace.